Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is gonna be May today. Welcome to It's Obviously a Podcast. I am your host, Casey Dobson, joined with my supreme colleague, Christopher Walker, your Week 4 champion, heading into Week 5. And by champion, I mean he is currently sitting at number 1. Let's get right into it. Chris, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I don't know how the hell that happened.
I'm...
Oh, wait, yes, I do. I know how that happened. You lost 9-1.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, for some reason, okay, you have to log in to Yahoo every time you're using a computer you've already used 70 million times, and it's not registering me right now, so I'm going at this kind of blindly. But I did write down, some stuff, so we're all good, man.
Don't worry, I got your back.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. So, all right, let's get right into this. I know the last week was 30 minutes long, and we do not want to get into that. We'll have a fun little conversation as you're driving into work. Go ahead, break it down for me. What you got?
All right, well, let's start with your matchup, man. What the hell happened?
It's really just as simple as calling it irony. You talk about a team and they're going to go off. And we did exactly that. We talked about Shane's team, about how good it is, and he couldn't just wait one more freaking week. Nope. He showed up, showed off, and you know what's funny is we spoke, I believe it was Sunday before the matchups started. And I went ahead, I looked at it and said, you know what, congratulations, not Dobsoning, tried doing that, didn't work. But bottom line is...
How is that not Dobsoning? That's Dobsoning.
I'm congratulating. That's what I'm doing. I'm congratulating. Look at his hair. But, Shane, for all of his tenderness, was like, I'm at a dilemma. I could bench Sabathia, I could bench Skaggs, and let you walk away with, a few more stats than basically I deserved. And let's just go ahead and face it. The Yankees and the Angels had a pitching duel between these two guys, and woke up in the morning and it was already predetermined. The only thing I was getting was stolen bases, and that's all I got. So it is what it is.
Shane's got that killer instinct.
Now I'm walking into this matchup with a very vindictive wife of his, because she got her taint punched in by my wife.
Oh, man.
And
damn.
Now we're, the roles are reversed. Nick is looking to punch my taint in, and it's already started. And, Shane is also facing my wife. So thank you very much, scheduler, for putting me and Ray and Shane and Nick in this awkward situation. I can tell you that Hayden's birthday party. What?
Oh, wait, what's going on with Hayden's birthday party?
No, Hayden, Shane and Nick's daughter, was a little awkward, to say the least, because it was done on Saturday, so...
Well, I can tell you I did the scheduling thing on purpose.
Well, good job.
All the rivals will have similar schedules like that.
Well, you did a good job, sir. So for the next 6 days, it will still be an awkward situation. I'm still cleaning up the mess from the anal pounding that Shane gave me. So now I will move on and have the dick cut off. So moving on from there, we still got... So, well, hey, seeing as if you bring up mine, I want to go ahead and bring up yours, sir.
Oh, I thought you were going to do that.
Yeah. How's that 8-2 feeling? Now I love it how you get your face kicked in, and yet you jump to first place because the guy in first place can't hold on to his ranking. So I dropped to fourth. You jump up there. What happened to your team? Your ERA looked beautiful. Now I will say just real quick on this week starting out, no one's ERA will ever look as beautiful as mine. I had all 6 pitchers pitch last night. Thank you, Brad Boxberger, for being so nice. I believe he's the only one that gave me something to celebrate. The other 5 of you guys, here's one finger on each hand up, okay?
All right, so the record, at least this season, for highest ERA is 6.13. Before I tell you who has it, let me ask you, do you think you're going to break that record this week?
Man, I think Dallas is not doing very well, meaning Keuchel. And, I don't know, man. You and I have already briefly discussed about who it is that I can look forward to for Thursday and Friday to get rid of off of my roster. So I'm counting down the days, man. I've got to get this pitching staff on lockdown.
Really? Well, okay, so the reason why I know that is because I was feeling sorry for myself with this bad ERA and touting, and so I looked up to see if I indeed had the worst ERA this season. And it turns out that it was a tie between me and Josh. And then I looked to see when Josh had this ERA, and it turns out it was against me, and I totally forgot about it. So that's how luck works out for you.
Well,
so I stopped feeling bad for myself, realized that I might have even got a little lucky because I had an opportunity. Eric had a 5 ERA. Bryce Harper hit 0 home runs. That matchup was there for the taking, and I completely choked. Let's move on.
Well, you brought up Josh, so I believe that their matchup, his and Keith's, ended up being 5-2, with now putting Keith back at the bottom. What do you see about Josh, man? Do you think he's going to raise up?
He had some pretty good batting stats, and somehow, tied home runs and RBIs. It was weird. But he won 4 categories in pitching. His ERA was under 2. His whip was 0.85. Who knows? I mean, hell, if you want a turnaround, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And Keith, you know what? Keith was respectable. He didn't get in there and get his ass kicked either.
What do you think about Jason's team too? I see did he win? He won 7-2 last week.
Hold on. Let's see. I'm checking my ship. Yes, he rated 7-2, and I also have a stat for you. He is 19-8 since that 10-0 ass kick that I gave him week 1, which tells you that week 1 was kind of a fluke, and he's actually a damn good team.
Right. I guess moving on to the last 2 matchups, Rayford Peaches, we talked a little bit on them. She jumped into the 6th spot. I don't know if it's going to hold personally. I think she's got to make a few moves, but what do you think about Nick's team taking that beating like that? I don't really think it's a reflection of how her roster is set up, but
see, I actually kind of disagree. So it wasn't as bad as her week 2 loss, but you can kind of, through 4 weeks, you already start to get the feel that she is hot and cold. I don't think it's because of her pitching. I actually think her pitching was fairly decent. It's just Ray's was a little bit better, and Ray had the counting stats in pitching too. I think her hitting is going to be streaky as hell. I called in the middle of the season. Problem was, I called it out because I said it would be because of Charlie Blackmon. Charlie Blackmon has been stellar, so I look like an ass.
Right.
So, well, that's my thoughts.
And Bill and Robbie, 6-4 in favor of Bill. Bill's, dude, he is quietly hanging in there underneath the radar. What do you think his biggest thing is? I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably just the Yankees that are on his team, but I don't know.
He's got Didi Gregorius, who is number one over the last 30 days. Number freaking one. He looks like bitch taking PEDs by the handful. And don't get me wrong, he faced a solid opponent. That was a damn close score. So I don't know, man. I mean, you're probably right. It is probably all those Yankees. Judge is also he also owns Judge. Judge, I believe, is the top 5 in something. We'll get to that later. I can't even remember right now, but yeah, that's why.
Right. What do you want to break into now? You want to transition into the top 5 of pitchers and batters over the last 7 and 30?
Yeah, let's do it. You want me to go over the list?
Yeah, let's go over the list.
Yeah. Last 7 days, batters. Gary Sanchez, number 1 in your hearts. Then you got Joey Votto, number 2. Ozzie Albies, number 3. Look at you, Casey. Didi Gregorius, number 4 over the last week. Good God. Ender Inciarte, number 5. You got any thoughts, Casey?
Like we touched on it earlier, Sanchez and Votto are nice and accompanying Shane's team. Isn't it so awesome that Shane almost gave up on Votto probably a couple days prior, and then, good golly, Miss Molly, Votto just decides to wake his bats up and start hitting. And, Didi, I don't know if it's going to maintain, who knows. Again, if he keeps taking those PEDs, then yeah, it probably will. But, Ender has always really been a player that I've always, admired just how he quietly rides that top 10, top 15 for a little bit. He'll steal your bases. And speaking of which, I mean, if you need a guy with some speed, he's got 13 stolen bases right now, and he's sitting out there on waivers. So, I mean, somebody can go pick him up.
Wait, who does? What?
Ender Inciarte has 13 stolen bases, and as far as I wrote down, he's a free agent.
Here's the other crazy thing. Ender Inciarte got moved down to number 9 in the batting order very recently. And obviously, if he's top 5 in the last 7 days, he's doing fucking great. His manager is an asshole.
Yeah.
But the beneficiary is Ozzie Albies because he got moved up to leadoff. So there you go.
Well, again, I may be wrong with Ender being on a team. Again, I don't have the information in front of me, so I did write down that up until yesterday, Michael Taylor was available. Now, some people may be scratching their head, and we'll get back into your top 30 or top 5 or whatever, but I started looking at it, and I'm like, okay, my team needs a little bit of speed. They are the Nationals. Michael Taylor, but bottom line is I picked him up for speed. Yes, I dropped Eduardo Nunez. So sue me. Good pickup, in my opinion, for position availability. But in that Boston's lineup, man, Eduardo is one of the people that is not doing anything. And I'm not going to sit there with a player when I need somebody to produce. Now, again, now that Shane has him, he'll go off, I'm sure. But I've just got to make it, make sense of everything, because I did trade for Eduardo from Jason earlier on in the season, but sorry, This is fantasy baseball, and like I told Shane, there are lives at stake here.
I completely get it. Completely get it. All right. Let's talk about the top 30. Top 5, last 30 days for batters. Didi is number 1, as I mentioned. That shit is crazy. You also have Bryce Harper, number 2. Mookie Betts, number 3. Mike Trout, number 4. Aaron Judge, number 5. And I should note that this is the first week where we have had more than 30 days in the season, and the 30-day window will change throughout the season, obviously. That means that old stats that somebody was hanging on to week 1 are about to go away the next time we talk about these things. Your thoughts?
I don't know, man. I think Judge and Trout and Harper belong up there. I'm not so sure about Didi staying, like I said earlier. And I don't.
You don't think Mookie Betts belongs up there?
I was fitting to say I didn't hear the 5th guy that you had said. Yeah, Mookie's up there, man. He. So yeah, 4 out of the 5. Again, man, we may just not be giving Didi the respect that he deserves, and he's earning it now. But I don't know, dude. Really, of all the people, I have to celebrate him as number 1. So no, I'm good.
All right, let's talk about pitchers. So over the last 7 days, Masahiro Tanaka is number freaking 1. Then you got a guy named Nick Kingham, who Robbie just picked up, who had a stellar week.
Wait,
Strickland,
Robbie just picked up Nick Kingham.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to Gainesville to whoop some ass.
Well, he was out there for...
I know, but I can't. There's a 10-day rule, and I can't pick up somebody. So,
somebody else.
You know what? All right, Robbie, you wanted me. Now you got me. I'm on my way. Keep going.
All right, so Hunter Strickland is number 3, closer for the Giants. Then you got CC Sabathia. Damn, Shane was firing on all cylinders. And J.A. Happ. I'm sure J.A. stands for jackass. That's your top 5 right there, gentlemen and ladies.
Well, I'm like I just said, man, I'm pretty pissed, dude. I was hoping that he was going to hang out there, the Pirates pitcher, and now that he's not, like I wasn't going to mention him in my podcast that he was available because again, lives are at stake here, people, and I needed somebody that I felt was more of a quality pitcher.
Well, what do if I announce Nick Kingham live on the podcast? Were you going to hurry up and pick them up?
No, I wasn't going to be able to. So, I didn't think that you would, but now that, I know that he's not out there, no sense in trying to, now I got to go back to the drawing board. Thanks a lot, Robbie, jerk. So, well, man, I got to go ahead and clear the elephant in the room because I know that you're sitting on pins and needles. You are facing this week your arch rival in Chris Reeder. Are you prepared mentally for this?
Well, I thought my arch rival was Eric, to be honest. I mean, Reeder's going to get pissed off at me for disrespecting.
Now you just sealed your fate on that one.
No, I honestly was anticipating this matchup. After that shitty-ass week, I've got a feeling like I'm going to have some kind of dead cat bounce. We will see. So far, doing okay.
All right. Well, remember, it's only Monday stats. So, all right. So, real quick, because I know you're probably, at a point where you're fixing to ride into work or walk in. I always want to talk a little bit. What?
Wait, hold on. Last 30 days pitcher.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Sean Manea, number 1. Adam Ottavino, number 2. Justin Verlander, number 3.
I'm surprised by Justin Verlander, man. The dude wasn't doing so well in Detroit. Then he gets traded to Houston last year, wins himself a championship, and now he's come back and he's looking like championship material. It's really funny how, like, Dallas Keuchel was their ace, and now Charlie Morton and Justin Verlander, which, I mean, Verlander I see more than Morton, are their aces, and Dallas is sucking. Like, I don't know, man. He may be a tradable guy if somebody wants to hit me up with a good offer. I don't know. So, again, I wasn't trying to rush you off. I want to talk baseball with you for a minute. Last week we talked about the Reds and how terrible they were doing, and then all of a sudden, all of the Reds start doing well, except, Castilla, their pitcher. But let me ask you about a guy, a couple of years ago, big hype, player comes out, and, everybody always watches the up-and-coming guys. What is wrong with Yasiel Puig, in your opinion? What in the world is going on with this guy? I know he's on the DL right now, but in my opinion, he has never lived up to the hype. Would you agree?
You're right. He has so many athletic tools, but clearly baseball is a sport where you can't just succeed as an athlete. You have to have a certain amount of skill with the bat, with the eye, all kinds of skills that you have to have. Put it together and you got a good baseball player. He's never really developed that skill, I don't think. And he's also kind of crazy. He, licks his bat after every swing. Have you seen this?
I have not seen that.
It's fucking gross. And before, 2 years ago, he was getting in fights with his teammates. Nobody fucking liked him. The Dodgers were about to trade his ass, and somehow their manager, Jedi mind tricked him into actually doing good. Well, apparently that has not lasted, and now he's on the DL with a hip and a foot, and you saw that I cut his ass, so,
I am just now watching him. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just now watching him lick his bat. It's like Mike Tyson-esque retarded or stupid. Sorry, Nick. Sorry. It's dumb. It looks really like, what is he doing it for? Like, is it really just, I don't know. The dude's a beast, though. There's no denying he has a physique like no other. But, oh my goodness. I don't know. And let me ask you this, and the reason I'm bringing it up, dude, I'm watching, but I'm a Braves fan, and they're doing pretty well, man. They're all this hype.
Winning 9 straight.
I think they have. I know the Yankees had won 9 straight. I think the Braves had. But one thing that I was curious about, because I've always liked this player, and I'm kind of excited about seeing him in a Braves uniform. But are you in on Joey Bats?
Not really, because bitch had to settle for a minor league deal, and this was just like a flyer, because I didn't realize it at the time, so I was getting pissed off, because Ronald Acuna was still in the minors at the time, and I was like, why the fuck are you signing another outfielder, you dumbasses? But it turns out they had third base in mind for him. That makes a little more sense, but honestly though, I mean, it's kind of like a lottery ticket kind of a deal. If he starts producing, then we got to talk, because he has the batting eye. So he might be old, but he still has certain skills, unlike Yasiel Puig, that could make him relevant. He can still take a fucking walk. He still has pull power, so you better not pitch him inside.
Well, if anything, man, he'd be giving some of these other guys a break. So, but I'm kind of excited. I've always liked Jose Bautista. Years back in the day, I believe he used to be a member of your team, and I always tried to get him from you. And in the last couple of years, he's been somebody that you could probably easily get in a trade. He'd be a gap filler, so to speak, instead of the main guy. So yeah. So little side note, real quick. I know that Corey Seager just went down for Tommy John surgery. And when I was hearing it this morning, I was like, was he pitching? Did I miss something? I get that it's a injury that affects baseball players, but I was caught off guard for a minute. And I'm like, well, whatever. And again,
it's not uncommon. Well, maybe it is for hitters, but you usually see them out of outfielders because they have to throw so long. I mean, it's kind of like throwing your hardest fastball when you're trying to throw a guy out at home, but you just don't do it as often. Therefore, it's less a risk. The catcher can have it. Matt Wieters had Tommy John, and I don't think he's been catching regularly since.
Right.
For a shortstop, you do have to be able to throw hard enough to catch that ball eking in between shortstop and third base, way out in the grass, and then throw that fucker out in first base. You kind of get worried about his long-term defense. You hope he comes back from it. That's brutal.
Right. Well, again, I see Jose Peraza got picked up. I think he's been shaping up a little bit. That whole Cincinnati team did last week. So, probably going to be a good...
Hold on. He got 2 homers in the game. You take those 2 homers away, and what has he done?
Well, I don't know.
So, I'll believe it if he can put some solid games together, back him up.
Well, all that I know is Eric is sitting back smiling because he's got Trey Turner on his team, so he's not too worried. So, and his boy Pollock hit 3 home runs last night, so I know he's smiling big right now. He just defeated you, so blah, 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 Eric. I don't care. But we are approaching that 30-minute mark, and I swore to myself I'd try to keep it under 20, but, man, have a...
All right, let me finish it off.
All right.
Ready? All right. Shane, number 1. Bill, Jason, Ray, Eric, Josh, all clumped together with about the same score. Then you got Keith, number 7. Robbie, number 8. You are tied at number 8 with Robbie. Then you got Reader at 10, me at 11, and Nick dead ass last.
Well, I'm sure we'll switch all that around, jumble it up. But either way, man.
We have so far, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know, right? So it definitely just shows, man, that I've always disagreed with you. Every week counts. It is not, well, it's just the beginning of the season. No, I want to win every week. I want to keep myself in the runnings. I mean, heck, I was first. Now I'm 4th. I'm 2 spots away from dropping down below 6th place. So,
Dude, the parity in our league, man.
I know, right? That's what makes it fun.
No, that's great.
So, all right, man. Well, I will let you go and enjoy your month of May, everybody. This is Chris and Casey signing off. Hope everybody enjoyed draft week. If you have not seen the movie Avengers, I can only say epic. That's the only way I can describe it. Epic. So, Chris, if you hadn't seen it, it's epic. It will change your life. All right? We'll see you later, man.
Love you, man.
Love you too, man. Later on. Guys, have a good week. Nick, lay off, okay?